Hi there, it's Sarah from Seems Like Home in Yorktown, Texas with your sew along, and we are on Bright Hopes. It's a sampler quilt that we've been working our way through every week, and we only have 5 more big blocks to make. Then we'll do our bordering of the blocks and our border and have ourselves a really nice quilt. So today we have Bright Star. So this has lots of angles, as you can see, but let's break it down into a little bit more simple units and stitch these together. And it does look intimidating, but bear with me and let's go step by step, and it's not going to be as bad as you think. All right. We're going to make 4 quadrants. I'm going to take away, I'm going to take away these pieces, make 1 quadrant. These pieces make another quadrant. These pieces make another quadrant. So what I'm going to show you is going to be replicated multiple times. All right. So we have our blue piece, our red piece, and notice they don't match. They're not the same length, so we can't just sew those together. Here we have a background white piece, and then we have several half square triangles, but then we have one half square triangle that doesn't have a buddy. So this is what we're going to construct. We're going to do it 4 times and put it all together. First thing we're going to do is sew these half square triangles right here. Chain piecing makes things go a lot faster. All right, the instructions say to press this towards the yellow. So that's what we're going to do. Warm that seam up. Press it to the yellow. I'm really curious to know what colorways you guys are doing. Send me a picture, post it on Facebook, a little fabric store, or you can text it to me, 361-564-9455. Because how cool is that? Everybody's doing the same quilt, but it's all going to look different because we put different fabric in different places. All right, so I'm going to divvy out. Each one gets 2. I'm going to keep 2 here. Set it up on my design board again. So next up, what we're going to do is we're going to sew these 2 together. That's going to give us the same distance as this blue square. So I'm going to sew these 2 together, come back, press it, and sew it onto my blue triangle. Then, let's see, I always have to make it look like the picture. And we're gonna stitch it like this. You're gonna want to stitch on this side, that way you can see these intersections. Okay, it says press towards the blue. And that's going to give us enough room to add this next triangle here. We're going to line it up at the bottom, or you're looking at it at the top, and stitch right here. That looks really nice. This now is going to be big enough for that. I'm going to sew these two pieces together. Press it towards the red. Making sure that this line is straight and even because that's what we're going to sew onto here. And here we have this. Two triangles, basically putting it together like a half square triangle. I'm going to sew stitch on this side so I can see that intersection. And there's our one quadrant. We're going to do this several times, 3 more times to make all of the block. So here we have our 4 quadrants that we can place together in a pinwheel fashion. So all we're going to do is fold these down, stitch them, open them, press the seams opposite directions, and stitch the 2 pieces together like a 4 patch. Okay. I always have to remind myself not to iron on that design board. It would not end well for the design board. All right. And so when you do this, you're going to have a 1/4 inch here and a 1/4 inch here. Your points aren't going to go to the end. That's because you need that for whenever you stitch here that you don't lose that point. Oh, how fun. That is really nice. All of this other lays nice. And there we have, what was this called again? Bright Star. Join me again next week in making another star and working our way to the end of this project.